We are joined, my friends, by the officially third place finisher in the Hollywood Poker Challenge here in Toledo, Philip Orsnicki.
Yep.
I got that right, like sort of on the first try. And it's been a long day. Philip, poker is a very tournament poker in particular is a very cruel thing.
Yeah.
And today, number one, thank you very much for joining us here.
Had a blast. It was a pleasure to be here.
You definitely played very well, obviously in the tournament and at the final table. Really showed a lot of skill as you navigated the final table and built your stack. And as I say, the game's not always fair. So how did you feel about the event overall, and just give me your impressions?
The event was great. The staff was great. Overall, they ran a good, tight schedule here.
That they did.
You know,
a very tight schedule.
I give them props. They were here since 12, like I was. So I think in total we played close to 28 hours.
Right.
Within the course of the 2 days. So. Yeah,
you know what I liked
pleased.
about it is the meals. The steakhouse meals, the $50 deal.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I didn't get the chance to try it, but maybe next time around. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, you've got a rack with a lot of orange in it over there. Ended up, essentially finishing in second place. The way the money worked out.
Right.
Although it was a three-way chop.
Yeah.
And the bracelet was displayed out for.
Yeah.
There was an interesting hand in the tournament that really, I thought we've got it on video, and we're going to play it here. But I think it really embodied a player that's thinking several streets ahead in a hand and just executing a plan.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about one of the coolest hands in the tournament? This is a final table, and we're down to what, 5 players?
Yeah. Going into the final table, I knew I had to make moves.
Because
the 4 players there are obviously they're skilled players. And you going into the final table, it would be tough, and I would have to pick my moves and pick them carefully and execute them well. So going into the hand, before the flop, I knew I had a plan in my head to execute it, obviously to win the pot. And basically the flop comes out. It wasn't too scary of a board. And
there was you raised pre-flop. It was smooth called.
Right.
And then the flop comes out.
Correct. After the flop, I didn't know exactly where he stand. I just decided to flat call him with that flop, and
right. So he leads for less than the original your raise pre-flop.
Yeah, it was really tricky the way he played it out, and within the turn and river.
And the same thing on the turn. So it goes 35,000 pre-flop where Philip raised.
Right.
Then Angelo makes it 27 on the flop, and then bet 66 on the turn.
Yeah, very fishy. Yeah.
And so the turn brings a second diamond, and then the magic card for you comes down.
Yeah.
Another diamond.
Yeah, I knew it's exactly what I was hoping for. So my plan of attack was to just flat call him, and if it was a scare card, which it was, I knew I would put him to the test to see if he actually had it.
So he leads out for 100.
Yeah, he made a large bet on the river, and obviously I planned it out in my head, thought about it for a second, and knew it was one of two things: fold or go all in and put him in the test, and that's what I did, and I was right with my thoughts. So.
Yeah, your jack high beat 2 pair.
It was a big hand, yeah.
And it was entertaining. It was at a time of the night, clearly, you're an exhausted dude right now as well. You should be.
Yeah.
It was like a couple hours ago, but the table really, you'd had a couple of busts, and everybody was just sort of settled in and tired. There was a lot of yawning going on, and the rails were kind of decent out here. Like, we actually had a rail tonight for the tournament, and everybody was sort of settled into this weird vibe, and then you pull that move, and it just sort of set things off.
Yeah. Well, believe it or not, I'm only on, I would say, 3 or 4 hours of sleep, so.
I do believe it.
last night was the Labor Day weekend. We went out partying and woke up this morning a little hungover, but got the job done, and I'm pleased with what I did today.
So how did you satellite in the tournament? Direct buy? Where are you from? Tell us all that stuff.
I came in. I did 2 satellites, or I did 1 satellite, busted, went for another one, busted, and I just bought directly into the main event and came this far. So.
Where are you from?
Just Trenton, Michigan, just south of Detroit.
Nice. Well, congratulations. It was an entertaining final table.
Yeah.
And
I look forward to seeing the video. I want to recap it as well, So I'm tired, and I'm trying to recap the hand myself, but it's not
and
coming
I can
to me.
It's like in the moment, it was a really fun thing, and you did revel in it. The thing is, though, his river bet wasn't a big bet. It was your bet because he bets like 100K into 300, and when you were in the tank, you had checked to him, and when you went in the tank, I'm watching it on the GoPro on my phone. I'm watching the thing, and I knew you were going to make a move. I was 100% sure that you were not going to sit there and tank, and then there's no way you were smooth calling there. But what I thought you might put like 500,000 in. But when you shipped your whole stack, that was pure. That was just a lot of fun to watch.
Tournament life, and I knew he had it or he didn't. And my thought was he didn't. He had a hand, but
he had 2 pairs.
It was a tough call for him for sure.
Yeah.
And he did exactly what I wanted him to do, was fold.
Which is awesome.
And it was a monster pot, and it got me to where I'm at third place finish.
Well, congratulations. Hope to see you back in December.
Oh, yeah.
And
I'll be back.
Thank you very much for joining us, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That's a nice score for anybody, and you chopped the inaugural event, so congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thanks
Enjoy.
a lot, guys.
You bet.
Thanks.
Bye.